Let's go. We got Bowling, baby. We got Dreamer, baby. Bolin's, you know, kind of sitting on the floorboard there. We got Sun Bear, baby. We got Dragon T, baby. Risen. Nobody cares about her.
This doesn't get a baby.
Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes!
DeFi Kingdoms, baby. DeFi Kingdoms for beginners. Do you not know anything about crypto? I got you. DeFi, decentralized finance. You got kids, you got a wife. DeFi Kingdoms, billions of dollars with Hero. Yes, baby, why? Amazing. GQ bot, he does. Yes. Even though there's no right or wrong way. Wonder where I'm at? Yes. Once upon a time, in the not too distant past. Baby. Yes.
Baby! Yes! I love you! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! Baby! Yes! It's gonna say ogre, baby. Hey, so I forgot to give you guys an update. You know, I went to visit Pervy Sage, baby, workhorse, wisdom gaming. Forgot to give you guys an update, you know, and so, you know, I was there. I did give you guys a little bit of an update, but I didn't get to expound on it. They were thinking, you know, I was being a little inappropriate at times, you know, when I was there. They're thinking, you know, they said not to call him by his previous Twitter handle. Okay. They only wanted him to be called Workhorse. All right. And you know, they said I was being a little inappropriate, you know, when I was there. They were about to kick me out. Said got to get out of there. I said, and so it got a little dicey, baby. And then Workhorse, he stepped up, baby. He said, you know, and so here's what happened. They had to call security. They had to get me over there. And here's what I had to say to them about it, baby. Pervy Sage, baby. Yes. Right here. Mhm. Mm, mm, mm. Baby. You guys are in the house now.
Whoa.
I love
Dude, look at, we're both here.
Sage.
You realize, bro, me and the hands have been hanging out all day, baby. We're all about the hands. The 6 fingers, the 5 fingers, however many you got.
Oh, tell me more. What's going on? Twitter space?
Oh, we're just best friends now, Crypto Grady. Me and Diamond Hands have been hanging out all day. Look at, we got the shades on. We're just vibing. Like, what more do you want?
We're all best friends.
Baby.
We were in a Twitter space, and I brought in a buddy that we were hanging out with actually last night in Flu's chat, Mr. Bones, who's a DJ, and just vibing out. He was telling about how he travels the world doing all this DJ stuff, and he has that condition that Mr. Glass has from the movie Unbreakable, where his bones break. He's had like 300 broken bones, and he's like a smaller dude, and he's kind of confined a little bit, and he's in his like situation like DJing major festivals all over the world. And a major player in like the DJ scene, super cool. And I connected him with a bunch of cool people like Johnny from Fight Capital. Anyway, so we hung out did a bunch of stuff in the spaces, and I was telling everyone, man, like we're gonna be going to YouTube and doing a stream in a second. So like a bunch of those people are probably in the chats right now,
Nice.
and we're all just chilling.
I didn't know they were here, but yeah, that guy was awesome.
Oh,
we got the Goose Gang in the house, bro.
That's right. That's right. So I totally forgot. I was gonna throw it in there, Sarge. I was gonna be like, he's filthy, he's nasty, he's Sergeant Filthy McNasty. He's filthy, baby. He's nasty, baby. He's Sergeant Filthy McNasty, baby. Yeah. Okay. How did
wait? We should all do a like a show, baby, like to like open up the show. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do some Undead Blocks, baby. Let's see it. Show it again, right there.
Undead Blocks,
Undead Blocks, baby.
I love it.
Shout out Undead Blocks. Shout out Grant.
Love
shout out
you
Kyle,
guys.
shout out KG, the whole team.
So tell me more, you guys. One of the things I want to cover in this video is a little bit on Undead Blocks, and maybe we need to do a whole video just dedicated to Undead Blocks. Maybe it's not this video, but I'd like to at least get a snippet from you guys, because both you guys are real familiar with Undead Blocks, right? You guys are pretty deep into that.
I actually built the game in my backyard, so yeah, I know everything about it.
That's what I thought.
He's a lead developer.
I'm the actual developer. You know what I mean? I just wave my magic wand.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's a magical game.
I don't know how
I gotta have you running for your money.
how you do it.
That's right. DiamondHands is a legit player. I'm a fake player. I just run around and shoot at random things. He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
We all in here for the love, baby. Let's go.
baby.
I'm making a tweet right now.
Baby. He's
That's
filthy.
good,
He's nasty. He's Sergeant Filthy McNasty.
Sergeant Filthy McNasty.
Let's
He's
go.
filthy and he's nasty. He is filthy and he is nasty. He is Sergeant Filthy McNasty.
Sergeant.
Baby. Okay. So tell me more. So I'm watching, I'm always watching all these YouTubers, right? A couple weeks ago, or less, I'm watching Hustle, baby, Crypto Banter, Hustle, and he gave Undead Blocks a monster shout out. Like,
You did say that.
big time. Okay. And I'm like, whoa, hang on. I was just hanging out with these guys. We had DiamondHands over here. We had Kyle, crazy Kyle up in the house, baby.
Sure.
What's going on with Undead Blocks?
Yeah, I mean, I bet you, I have a guess. I bet you DiamondHands knows all about what's happening to Undead Blocks. I bet you he's crushing it over there right now. I wish DiamondHands was here to tell us about it.
Aren't you playing for something specific within Undead Blocks right now?
So yeah, I'm going for a gold Z-Bucks box. And the reason why that's so rare right nowadays, because before in the beginning of the launch, so many were overly dropped that they had to fix the algorithm. And at this point now, the gold Z-Bucks are a little harder to get, but you get a lot of green Z-Bucks, which you can use to buy like loot coffins or like, mix to upgrade your gun at one point. That's coming in the future. But the gold Z-Boxes are dropping a little bit less. So that's what I'm going for right now.
Wow. So
Yes,
I don't know anything about it. I don't get it. I have no clue.
Got you.
Z-Buck is. I don't know a thing about it other than I just met you guys and you guys are awesome. And Doug gave me like a 2-hour breakdown of the life of this guy named Kyle, who's crazy.
Yeah, I did on the phone.
Love Kyle. That's my man.
Kyle.
Bro. He's awesome.
He's the most passionate dude in Web3. Interpret that.
Oh my gosh. Well,
He's
and by the way,
like he is the GOAT of Web3, straight up. Like that, the work that man puts in is insane.
Dude. And by the way, right at that same time, I remember looking over and there was DiamondHands interviewing Dreamer. And that is the hypest I've ever seen Dreamer. Dreamer was just on fire in that interview.
He was on fire. He looked like a natural, though. I was worried. I was nervous. He's such a boss, dude. I like Dreamer.
Yeah. So that was cool. And I shared that, but it's a little while back. But if anybody hasn't seen that interview of Dreamer, he clacked it out of the park per usual, baby. Okay, back to Undead Blocks. Tell me more. What's going on?
How about Diamond Hands, can I go first? I'll just tell them what I know, which is like
Yeah.
33 seconds worth, and then you
Take
go.
the floor, my man.
Undead Blocks is a zombie shooter. You get to go around and shoot zombies. And I went up against in the duos, me against Kyle, and who could kill the most zombies. And Kyle's like one of the founders of the project, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna beat you. And he just crushed me, right? And then I had to buy him a cheeseburger. Okay, now Diamond Hands, it's your turn to fill him in on what Undead Blocks is. Also, there's all kinds of stuff with the Altera Game Pass. I'll fill you in on later with like swords and stuff, but like. Dude,
Yes.
like if you want anyone to tell you about Undead Blocks, it's this dude right here, Diamond Hands. He is the pro, bro.
Much love, guys. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'll give you the spiel for Undead Blocks that I give a lot of people just so they can really grasp what it is.
Okay.
I think that Undead Blocks is a mixture of Call of Duty Zombies and also Mario Kart. So in the way that it's Mario Kart, it's not the driving, but the power-up boxes. And those power-up boxes you can obtain by killing hordes of zombies, and it randomly drops. And you can either get one of two currencies in the box, green Z-Bucks and gold Z-Bucks. The gold Z-Bucks can get actually, what's it called? Traded into crypto. And then you can take that to any exchange and like just cash it out in your bank. You know what I mean? Like any other crypto. Like Coinbase connects to your bank or Gemini connects to your bank. You send it there, you could just earn crypto and cash out, you know?
You
For
can
killing
actually,
zombies.
wait, you can connect to your bank?
Well, so the coins that drops is gold Z-Bucks, and that's within the Ethereum ecosystem, and you can trade that for like Matic, USDC, BUSD,
Okay.
and you can then away from Undead Blocks send it to like an exchange and cash out. Like I would use Cash App personally. I would just turn it into
I see. So what blockchain is Undead Blocks on?
It is on the Ethereum blockchain.
Oh, okay. So it's a play to earn type game. You earn this crypto. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay, so let's get you and let's do a separate video just dedicated for Undead Blocks. We can talk more about it, but let's get you. I want to wrap my mind around it. I was going to tell Jet about it. I don't think I've told.
Dude, I think Jet, if Undead Blocks hasn't already applied to that, the thing that he had for the applications for the TV show, if they didn't already, like they definitely should. They're definitely what that show is all about.
Yeah, that's cool. So the next season 2, he's going to be looking for other. He's already hit me up.
That's right. That's right.
Because season 1, they stopped the application process a couple months ago, maybe. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Is there a Discord? Ooh, good question there. I'm sure there is.
For Undead Blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, want me to post it up in the chat if is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. Does it let you?
I'm about to find out right now.
You got to go to the actual YouTube page.
If not, you can send it in the private chat and I'll post it.
Yeah, do that because when he posts it, the hyperlink is active. But if you post it in the chat, I don't think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just share it in the private chat and then I'll share it. Okay. So Doug is nuts. You never stop. You're always going. He's hitting me up today. Let's do a stream. What are we talking about today, Doug? We could talk about a lot of different things. I was going to ask you some more questions.
First of all, we have to set this rule between now and the next time you go on a stream, Grady. You got to try on the blocks, just to try. You know what I mean? Just jump in, play. All you got to do is shoot some zombies, and then you can do a show with Diamond Hands, and you can just get nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Those zombies
that's a great idea.
Are scary. You're terrified. You got to like run backwards and shoot them as you go. Like it's, it feels like a zombie experience, right? The apocalypse is happening, and that game's expanding. More stuff's going to be coming out. The Altera Game Pass we talked about before. If you have that, you can unlock all kinds of things like a sword to chop them down. But Kyle, I bought him a hamburger. It did happen. I produced a hamburger for him because I owed it to him. But what I was thinking today, or what we were going to do the other day, was get prepared for the PvP coming out, right? Like how to either create or get a really strong PvP guy for DeFi Kingdoms. Diamond Hands, do you play DeFi at all or anything?
So I have dabbled. I definitely am looking into their token as well. I believe it's forget what it is. It's not
DeFi Kingdoms Jewel, baby.
Jewel. There you go.
That's right.
He's bringing up Undead Blocks. Look at this. He can't help himself. Grady's got to bring up the Undead Blocks. He's going in there. You can go to the website and just download it straight to your computer too.
Yes, sir. And Klaytn, right? Is that one of your coins?
Okay, so DeFi Kingdoms is on 2 blockchains. First, They have their own blockchain called the DFK chain. It's an Avalanche subnet, baby, and it's phenomenal. It's fractions of a penny for every transaction, and they do over 2 million transactions per day. Other games can develop on the chain. They can function like a Veracity. They can function, like a Gala Games and some of these other projects out there that are kind of platforms for other games. They can do that you get love from the devs, from the team. And there's just so much in the ecosystem. That's one of the realms called Crystalvale on the DFK chain. Then their original realm was Serendale on Harmony. Got bridge hack, disaster, almost died. We all almost died. Well, we survived. We're still trying to push through. They moved Serendale from Harmony to Klaytn blockchain of all blockchains.
Oh.
Interesting. And Klaytn has been awesome. They've been a good partner. That coin's been pumping. Gas fees have gone up a bit because of that, but they're working on fixing that as well. Yeah,
scalability is hard, but that's awesome, man.
And so they work with apps. It's real smooth cross-chain game. You can just pick one chain or the other. It's fine. But both, pretty similar as far as what you can do between the two chains, but there's some little minor differences.
I'm going to just step in for a second and mention something. If we go and do a bunch of this stuff with DeFi Kingdoms, we'll probably get deep into it. But before we do that, should we kind of go over Dragon Crossing? And they had a thing today. And I don't know if you are aware of Dragon's Crossing, DiamondHands, but it's a game coming out soon in less than a month. And people are going to want to know about it.
Did you say they have a thing today? They had a thing today?
They did a stream with Mythic Squad. And they might have done a town hall also.
That was the other day. But yeah, they posted it. That's right. Today it got posted.
Or did they just post it today? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because it was on we did that the other night with Mythic Squad, baby.
Right. A lot of people hadn't seen it till today. I actually just watched it back a bit. And but I don't know, are you familiar, DiamondHands, all with the Dragon Crossing game coming out?
So I definitely saw it on Crypto Grady's video. So that's the only exposure I've gotten, but it was pretty good rundown.
Well, that's the thing, man. We're gonna all, this game's new. So the big thing about this game, right, Grady, is that there's gonna be Genesis heroes, and they're gonna be the only thing in the game that can create new heroes. So getting on that whitelist or getting hooked up with Genesis heroes in whatever way you can, getting somehow, whether it's whitelist, public mint, is gonna be the OG baller move. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just kind of like DeFi Kingdoms, where their Genesis heroes are worth a crazy amount. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can summon as many as you want. There's unlimited summoning. This is similar, but it's different. Where it's the only heroes in the game that can make new heroes. Right.
That's the only hero. Yep. And this one, your regular hero cannot summon other new heroes.
Those Genesis heroes are going to be worth gold in the game. They're going to be the uber legendary mythical thing, and everything else is going to be completely separate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Gen Zero, of course. Yeah. Gen Zero is always the fucking GOAT.
But they're even making a new level now. Literally, that's the only way to even make new heroes in the game is to use Genesis heroes. You can't even do it any other way. So It's even more OP than all the other games.
That's right, baby.
That's
I love it. And
they're going hard right away. It's just if you want to be part of this, you better go in and get some Genesis heroes if you want to be an OP baller in this game. And the thing about this game too is that it's built around actual gameplay. You can't just sit around and throw a bunch of liquidity in and wait for stuff to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually play it. And that's how you get the new heroes, is if you quest with the Genesis hero. And as you quest and fight monsters, some of the loot will be the crystals and stuff or whatever that you need to make the new heroes. And that's the only way you can get it. You can't make new heroes any other way. So you could be out there with your Genesis hero, just making new heroes, selling them on OpenSea, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So
quick question about the actual project, Dragon's Crossing. How's the team looking like? Who's on there?
Okay. So this guy right here, you can see the guy in the glasses here. You can see that. Okay, that is Bloater Punch. And then next to him, this is Sandwich Punch. Okay, and then also, so they have a YouTube channel called The Inner Grove. They were kind of like DeFi Kingdoms YouTubers. And Sandwich, they kept it going, especially Sandwich Punch kept it going up until recently, fairly recently anyways. And then they also had Baby Punch on there. Okay, and he's also part of the team. And so over a year ago, Bloater Punch, who's been a gamer. He's like a Dungeon and Dragons type gaming.
Yeah, his whole life he's played D&D and all those games, right? And when we're hanging out in these chats, he's just listing off tons of games. The guy knows
That's
he's a
right.
deep gamer.
That's right. And so he couldn't sleep one night. He couldn't, and he always had it in his mind that he could combine some of these different games to make a better game than some of these other games in his mind, right? And so it hits him one night, like, we should start our own project. He's always kind of had it in his heart to make this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so and his vision was to create a game that day one the project launches and the game's ready to play. It's done and ready to play from day one. It's not like you launch, like most of them, they all launch the token first.
Exactly.
Right, and so that was like his vision for the whole thing, and have sustainable tokenomics, as he calls it, where it's not, it's not overly inflationary. So good, solid tokenomics. Right. And so one thing we haven't seen, Meta's Punch. So there's several, and then they hired out, they did a seed round fundraise, okay, where they raised some money, okay, and then they hired out 3 primary devs to develop the front end and back end of the game. And those are the only ones getting paid. So they haven't even taken a dime for themselves this whole time. This right here is also a brown gent.
Is that the people on the right?
Yes,
No, the left.
My left. It's my left.
The devs.
These guys are Mythic Squad DFK gurus over here.
Yeah, that's the purple
Beaver and a Starbucks.
So they're not only the founders, they're also the devs.
No, they're not the devs.
So they outsource 3 devs, is what you're saying.
Yes, and the devs are full-time part of the team, but not like Bloater Punch oversees the devs. In regular communication, baby. Yep, there's Mosh and Beef both in the chat. Okay,
that's right, they're here.
These good looking.
Oh, what's up, guys?
And so,
getting a rundown.
And so, a lot of the pushback is, we haven't seen. We've only seen like a little snippet of the game of what it's actually going to be like. So a lot of the pushback is that people haven't been impressed with the game, and so. But I'm thinking, he's not an idiot, right? So these guys are big brains, really big brains on this team. So Sandwich Punch is a lawyer. They have another lawyer on the team as well, on the core team. Okay. And
Bloater Punch is like, he's a pre-university professor and works for like a top 50 company, right? In analytics. Like, what do you want more than that?
Right.
If you're going to build strategy in the game.
Yes. And so he's going to basically, the way he's, it's less than 5% of all the token allocation goes to the team. Okay. So,
gotcha.
And then it's a linear release of those tokens over 1 year. In the first 30 days, no selling, right? So if the game is a bust, okay, and it's a crappy game, nobody's, he's not going to make any money at all. And he would have just gone through a full year of hell trying to launch a project. Okay. Right. I can't imagine him. It's not like he's an idiot. They know what they're doing. And so one of their 3 devs that are actually developing the game, one of them is the first, the dev, he developed the first ever Bitcoin wallet. Okay. It's like,
really?
Yes. And then the lead dev apparently, which I'm going to get them all on the channel, but the lead dev is just phenomenal. And so all 3 of the guys, then they hired artwork. They hired, the music is phenomenal. But I think the biggest thing that people are pushing back on, on this is, how's the game actually going to be? What are your thoughts, Doug?
Exactly.
What do you think from what you've seen in the game? What are your thoughts there?
Got you. I'm
all right. So this is
about the day that they launched. Did they give a day?
In May. It's coming up in May.
It's going to be
close, and they have a full game because they want to make sure that you're playing a full game on the first day.
That's right. Ready to go.
The mint's going to be in pretty soon, right? In like a week or 2.
Is it that soon? I don't think so. I think it's like in April, sometime in April.
Oh,
I don't know that for sure. I'm gonna get.
So okay, the mint's
sales.
going to be a couple weeks away from now, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I think.
Okay.
So right now is the time to learn about the game, get in, get on the whitelist, whatever. And then they said when mint day comes, it's going to be 2 weeks until full game release, right? So they haven't given a strict date, but they've given us hints. Basically, if you can guess, the mint's going to be sometime in March, and then, or sorry, April, and then 2 weeks from there in May is going to be the game launch. And they haven't even chosen a chain to be on yet because they're just reviewing everything so much. But this is the thing, guys. Okay, so when you talk about the gameplay and the game and what you do, this game is set up for it to be like a big risk, right? So you go in on these adventure quests and you go and there's different lands and territories. And the further you go, the more dangerous it gets. And if you die, you actually like lose for the day and you can't do anything else. And you lose like all your items except for one thing. So it's really bad to die.
Oh, that's risky,
like,
but it adds like
this element of like supreme danger. Because if you have like a hero shard or anything like that's valuable and you die, like you are screwed. So you have to like go back to camp or back to your hometown in order to like save everything. And when you do that, I think you're done for the day also. Like it's basically you have to save and like camp overnight. So there's this idea of like going out and there's all these different elements and things that you can do. It's kind of like you know, a card game like Splinterlands on steroids, because you're actually going out and doing all these battles and getting items and stuff. And there's all the items you can get. There's all the different things you can do. I think there's crafting and stuff too. But that's the thing is that like as you go out and adventure, it actually matters what you do, right? Like it's a big risk reward in your head of like that stimulation and that endorphin of like, should I go to the next level? Should I go to the next adventure? Should I go and battle this big boss and risk losing whatever I have? So that's the element of gameplay that they're instituting here, because a regular game, like if you play DFK right now in duels, it's just kind of like, oh, if I win, it's nice. I might get something. If I lose, nothing really much happens. I don't know what the PvP stuff's going to be like, but the thing is with Draven Crossing, like all the stuff that you're doing matters. It's like playing old school. So if you die and you have to go all the way back to the beginning, and it's like not
right. And all the items that you get, okay, as you're going on the quest, you're getting items that have real world value and need and use case within the game. And if you die, okay, the items, as you're doing some of these things within the quest, if you get items, they're not yet on chain. Okay, so if you die, you lose all the items but one. And then so you have to debate whether or not you want to keep going on your quest or if you want to go back to safety. I know that's a big, and once you get back to safety, then you're good. You get to keep your items, but you can only quest a certain amount per day.
So is safety like the town, like in RuneScape, and the wild is where you go? It's like separate places, or is it like you enter a door?
I believe what happens is you have a hometown, but when you go out and adventure, you can also camp. So you can set up camp. It's almost like having save points in the game, I think, is what it sounds like. Yeah. Where like at certain points you can save, and then if you keep going, you risk death and losing everything. But you can, if you stay at the save point, or you're on a quest and you go back, right? You can like beat a quest and be like, I want to go back to my camp, and that's probably closer to you than, you know, the hometown or whatever, right? But that's basically how they described it. Is what is the decision you're going to make? Are you going to go in the save point, or are you going to risk keep going further and getting more stuff? So it's risk reward. And they said that the game is set up to reward people that are good at the game. You actually have to take risk and be good at it to be the people reaping the rewards and making money off of it. You can't just make money from just showing up and like not really trying. And you can't just have liquidity pools. You can't just be a whale and show up and put a ton of money in and make money. It just seems like you have to actually play the game to have any benefit from it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's huge. Because most games are just about whales. Come in and throw a bunch of money in, right?
That's right.
So what's like the price looking for the mint, or have they not released that?
They haven't released it yet, but they said between 200 and like $500.
Okay.
That's not super bad.
I think I know it's going to be. I think I know what it's going to be. Because the mint's going to have it's a dual mint. There's 2 tiers. There's like the regular mint and there's like a buffed mint. And if you do the buffed mint, that's more expensive. Your chances of getting like a mythical or a hero or whatever, there's like a floor on it. So like you're almost guaranteed to get a really good hero. Plus there's like a bunch of benefits, right, to the buffed one, where you get extra stuff. So he said between $200 and $400. So I'm guessing that the regular mint's going to be around 200 and the buffed mint's going to be like maybe 300 or 350. That could change, but I'm guessing that's kind of the range of what you're going to have to look at. And you have to remember that these are Genesis heroes. In DeFi Kingdoms, the Genesis heroes are worth like thousands of dollars, right? Like way more expensive.
Yes, they were. So, man, and yes. So to answer this question here, Sergeant. So I told Jet about Dragon's Crossing, and right away he was like, "Season 2, next crypto gym."
Hey,
Hit me back right away. Hey, and we got to give a shout out. You had somebody in here. You had a where's it at? A golden baboon guy and gal in here, baby.
Let's go. Shout out Golden Baboon. That was a great space.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And then also, let's see, right here. I think this guy is from the Wait community. So we're talking about Jet and the Hourglass Next Crypto Gem TV show, baby. And
I love Wait. Wait is awesome.
Right. And that token has just been rocking and rolling. What's the market doing right now?
Hey, look, you see that? Beeb actually guessed 200 and 300 also. He agrees with my guess.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and they're still debating on the blockchain too, right? It's up in the air. I will tell everybody this. So I love their options they threw out. Arbitrum as a possibility, and I think Matic was a possibility, and they threw out Avalanche as a possibility, which would be a great one. I think all those are good options, but I gave them a good little strong pitch to be on the DFK chain, yesterday. So we'll see. I think any of those they gotta watch, which they gotta look out for which token, which chain can support the liquidity, can get enough traffic. They got to look at all those things. I'm sure they're weighing that out. And that's, DFK is a beaten down ecosystem because of so many different reasons why. You had the Harmony hack, you had the absolute false FUD against the team, against Frisky Fox. That was completely false. That was early May. That is, no one's talking about that anymore. No one actually thinks that Frisky Fox was a rug at all. In fact, it's the opposite. Is the opposite of being a rug is Frisky Fox and the team. Nobody rugged anything, but he got accused of that, and it caused a max exodus out of the ecosystem. But now no one thinks that he was a rug at all, but the damage it did, most of those people haven't come back. And so it's just a beat up ecosystem. And so there's not a ton of liquidity there. And it's a little bit harder to get, there's not a centralized exchange or anything where you can just buy Jewel and send it right in. But that's coming. And so a good little nudge to the team.
Grady, I just put a tweet in our little chat, if you want to share it, that shows the actual mint details of the regular and buffed thing. It's that first tweet I put there. You can see the difference in the two tiers of the mint.
Oh, all right.
Because they made graphics for this stuff so everyone can see it.
Okay. Nice. Did I see this?
Here's the.
By the way, I'm gonna totally learn everything there is humanly possible to know. I did see this. Okay. Our boosted mint will cost slightly more to mint, but in exchange, you improve your rarity chances and can select the class and gender of your Genesis hero. So you get to pick your own hero if you get the better, so I'm going to be buying heroes, babe. I'm going to be buying some of these.
Right.
Okay.
There's a warrior class, a hunter class, and a mage class, and there's a male and female of each of them. So there's 6 different total options there of what you want.
Yeah.
So then that's just Genesis heroes. Of course, the regular heroes, I forgot what they're called. There's a name for them. The regular heroes, there might be all kinds of different stuff, but these are the only heroes that can actually create more heroes, right? So they're like the super special ones.
The real Gen Zeros.
I love it. And then you sent a couple others. What's this? I see. Yeah, I did.
So
tweet
you can see what they look. There's some of the graphics, what it looks like. I think it's the mage ones I sent it to you. If you want to look at the images.
It's awesome freaking artwork.
Oh wait, that's the town hall. I sent 3
I'll
of
find
them.
it. I'll find it. No worries.
It's the second one I sent, I believe, is the that's the mage
there's
class.
my announcement right there. So that went out that was yesterday. My whole weekend has been such a blur. Okay. We're going to find this. All right. There's the minting option one. And okay. All the connections yesterday. We had George. I am George with Cryptos R Us came into the chat. Okay. Yesterday on the stream, I was on with Doug and we had George in here, baby, talking. And then DiamondHands right here in the house, DiamondHands created a video clipping out just the part where I was answering George's question, and I emailed it to him and everything. But yeah, check this out. Little did I know that I'd be little did I know that I'd be working on this fun and unique Web3 game and having profound impact on people's lives. Proud, he said, okay, created world's first Bitcoin hardware wallet.
Amazing.
Baby. Okay. So the music is what is just blowing me out.
It's true. There's an immersive experience with like a big soundtrack and voiceovers and stuff. So they have like, even though it's like a 2D retro look, it looks beautiful and it has all this immersive stuff about it, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is so good. You know, my volume, I wonder if it's a setting, but it's like when I play something, tell me, can you guys hear this? Tell me from the chat.
Rangers.
Oh, now
There we go.
I could hear it a little bit.
Oh, it just went away, at least on my end.
Yeah, it only played for like a second for the audio.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Let me look at something real super quick. Audio.
There are friendly faces.
There
it is.
Always
Working.
to aid you. And in the back of your mind burns the unanswerable question: who brought Eidos to this strange place called Horizon, and why? It's been 2 months since your hometown, Eidos, was ripped from its own reality and placed in a new world. The Eidosians are calling it Horizon. Untamed and uncharted, it presents both risk and opportunity for all. Rangers, mages, and warriors all eagerly answer the call. Not all who have gone in search of fame and fortune have returned. There are many dangers lurking in the dark. Horrors from other dimensions summoned to Horizon as you were. Still, there is hope. There are friendly faces in Eidos, always willing to aid you in your journeys. And in the back of your mind burns the unanswerable question: who brought Eidos to this strange place called Horizon, and why?
You guys can see. I also got my Dragon's Crossing right behind me.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Really? Coming back.
I made this in Midjourney, but yeah, I just typed in Dragon's Crossing, and this is what Midjourney thinks of. He's like, I was just like, what's going to happen in the game, Midjourney? And boom, look at this.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get you like more on screen. How can I make you the guy? Ah, there.
Homie.
Got it.
Oh yeah, look at the Dragon's Crossing here. Look at this.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's a really good picture.
Midjourney's the best. In fact, in the Discord for Dragon's Crossing, they have a sub channel where you can just do Midjourney and just do it for free. You don't have to sign up for it or nothing. And so I used that there. And actually, in the town hall yesterday, they asked them about, are there going to be dragons in the game? Sat there just with one of those looks where they're just like, oh, you want to know about dragons, huh? You're like, well, the name is Dragon's Crossing. And they're like, we want you guys to probably actually play the game and see what's going to happen, right? They're like kind of sitting there like they're holding a lot of things close to the chest because they want you to be like surprised and shocked when you actually play the game, I think.
Exactly.
Right.
That's how I'm trying to do though, because it's coming out in May. That's pretty good.
Yeah, May. And so I'm gonna really get up to speed with everything where I know everything there is to humanly possibly know from a perspective of a community member. So I'm not going to be in the know. So I'm on the team. of Dragon's Crossing, baby.
I saw, bro. Congratulations,
Awesome.
core team member. I
Super
see
cool.
you.
Yes. Yes, but it'll be all, I'm not going to be in on alpha that the community doesn't know. And I don't want to be holding secrets. I can't,
Right.
I hate it. I can't handle it.
You guys have to realize they made this rule. If you're on the team and you have access to any info, you cannot play the game. Like they are not the core team, other than Grady or whatever, because you're not going to get any alpha or any insider info. You're just there in a specific role. They're like, we're not going to be able to play the game. We can test it and do all the things, but they don't want them to give themselves a competitive advantage over anyone else. They want the playing field to be even and for you to be able to be like top ranked, you know, and have that even playing field. Everything they've been doing has been like super, super on point and upfront. It feels like they're really making a game where it's about the community.
Yeah. I think they're going to, from everything I've seen, they're just trying to be as legit and awesome as humanly possible. So I knew Brown Gent was going live tonight, but you know, his biggest pet peeve is when I go live when he's live. I'm just like,
oh, really? That's
no.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
What are you going to do, bro?
Oh man, what are we going to do? So Sarge, so I think the DFK chain has come in and really piqued their interest. So they're slowing down on announcing the chain because they really want to make sure. So I think I have no idea which chain, and I don't know when they're going to figure that out. It's not a decision you want to make too quick. So
also, we should probably mention that Dragon's Crossing and DeFi Kingdoms, a lot of people are a little bit upset saying like, hey, there's a game coming out a little bit similar that might compete with it. But the fact that they're actually working together, you know what I mean, behind the scenes.
Right. So I think we're
awesome.
all hoping that it comes to the DFK chain, that somehow they can even integrate aspects of the game, kind of like, you know, together, kind of like what's going on with Ethless, baby. Ethless looks really cool, where we can use, there's two heroes. If you have a DeFi Kingdoms hero, you can play this Ethless game. I need to get them on the channel. Have you guys even ever heard of Ethless before? Previous to that, I have.
Is that
I have
little
another
contest
question
thing?
about Dragon Crossing.
What's that?
I haven't heard of Ethless, but I had another question about Dragon's Crossing, about the gameplay. Like the action trailer was really nice, but did they have video of the gameplay?
A little bit they do. In the town hall, they actually have like a section.
It's just like a 5-minute little snippet, you know, and we don't get, it's just like a teaser. And that's where they got a lot of criticism. They thought this is cheesy. You know,
right.
That was some of the pushback that I've heard. But then I've talked to other people that think the game's going to be cool and fun. And so I eventually, because I myself haven't wrapped my mind around the game, which is important, you know. And so I just finally, you know, I was going back and forth and debating, and it just finally hit me where, you know, these guys are going to, I believe in Bloater Punch. I believe in the team and what they're putting out there, and I'm just going to go with it. So, yeah, that's kind of where I want to I'll be thoroughly learning all the strategies, playing the game live on a regular basis with the community. Baby. Okay.
That's good.
Yes. And so
I think real quick, Grady, the gameplay part where they show it, there's like a panel up and you see the heroes, like the heroes we just saw, the mages and stuff. And then you see there's like all these items and things that you can have with you, right? And then there's like the dice that you roll. So like even if you go up against a character and you might be slightly stronger, you still have a chance of losing. So it's kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons thing where there's always a risk involved. But they stress that in the game, what's really important to them. And actually, there's a lot of questions I had they answered way before I even like showed up. I was listening and I'm like, I have all these questions for you, and you answered almost all of them. That like one of the questions is like, are you going to have these weird situations where you have way too much loot, you have to get rid of it, you have useless loot, all these weird things? Are like, look, they're like, everything in the game is going to be very meaningful. Any loot you get is going to be valuable. It's not going to be just like junk. It's going to be, everything that you do is going to actually have purpose, and you're not going to sit there like cleaning out your bag like half the time and doing all these weird things. So everything they talk about sounds like they're actually trying to make the game fun and enjoyable and not have all those like annoying things happening.
Right. And so this is just a 5-minute little video. I'm going to copy and paste this both in our private little chat. Paste.
Yeah, there you go. You found it. Great.
I'm excited. I want to see
also
this.
In the private chat for you guys. Okay. And so, yeah, baby. So I'm going to get really deep into this game and figure it out. And you know, so if the game turns out just being a bust and it's not fun, nobody's making any money. Bloater punch, sandwich punch, baby punch, baby punch, baby isn't going to be making any money. And they put in a whole year worth of, I mean, they have just, he even said on the stream the other day that if he could do it over again, he probably wouldn't even try and do this because it's just been so much work.
Got you.
And anyone who's trying to embark and start a new crypto project, most of them all say the same, including Frisky Fox, all of them. So it's just like insane. So it's like there's a dice roll aspect of it here.
Okay.
So it's not like you get on and play with a joystick. Yeah, DFK chain would be easiest for us also to give a lot of volume the DEX would benefit from. Yeah. So I think it would be a win-win. DFK is working on getting in a centralized exchange. That's one thing. It's not, you know, necessarily always ideal to have to use a bridge, you know, so anyone ever getting into the game on the DFK chain, you have to use a bridge to get in. I know that was, it's not from what I could hear in one of the town halls. I think that's one of their hesitations with the DFK chain, you know, versus like a player base of an Avalanche, right, you know, something like that. Avalanche is a great partner with DeFi Kingdoms because DFK chain is a good
platform, man.
Avalanche subnet. So I was giving him some really convincing pros yesterday to go with the DFK chain. So, and some of those things I can't even really talk about, but I don't know. We'll see. We're all kind of rooting for that one, but I think if he did go with something like Avalanche, that would be great as well. Yeah, so this is different tiles, he called it, like different villages, sort of. There's 3 basic heroes, and then isn't there other heroes above the basic heroes? Or no? That was one of the questions I had. Need to reach out to him on that. Okay. What do you guys think?
Look at that. I'm betting on the team more than the game. The thing about it is if you ask anybody in business, Gary Vee or all these like big time people, and they go like, hey, what projects are going to swim or sink? How do you rate NFT projects? And he's like, look, it's too early. There's no way to really know. What you got to look is the team. And the team has impressed me like crazy, not only with like basically their knowledge and background, and also the fact that they were like friends and gamers before this. So they are doing this as a team of people that like really love games and trust each other, right, and have fun with each other and have that kind of like interaction. But the fact that you have people on the team that are super competent, and Bloater Punch is extremely well spoken, the nicest guy ever. He did a freaking stream from his office, like his Web2 office, like it was like Office Space the movie. He had the tie on, and he's sitting there doing all this streaming. And I was like, bro, this is like Office Space, bro. You're just sitting at work doing streamings all day. It was so great. He's so on point and so professional and well spoken, and they allow him to speak a lot for the team because he's so well spoken. He's a professor of analytics and works for a top 50 Fortune company in analytics. And like, what more do you want for a game, right? He studies this stuff for a living. And every time you talk about a subject, I always throw these curveballs at him. Like I asked him one day, hey, rate your team from 1 to 5 or whatever on a scale of how likely they are to be playing the game because they love it so much versus actually doing their work. You know, they're like at work and playing the game instead of whatever. And he took that moment to say like, hey, I want to talk about the team and tell you guys that we're locking it down so the team actually can't play the game
Yes.
Because he said I noticed in other games the core team can play the game and they have advanced knowledge and they know what's happening, so it's not really fair. And he thought that was like not very cool. So even though they've made this amazing game, they can't even play it to get a profit. They can only play it like in their like beta testing situation or something, right?
That's right.
And, which is a huge sacrifice on their point of like, you know what I mean? It's like pretty amazing.
Making a
point
with that for sure, though.
Yeah, because some people are even pushing back and being like, hey, but we want you guys playing the game because there's an argument on both sides. So I'm going to step in and say, look, I'm not going to try and like beat everybody in this game or anything, but I want to be in here playing the game with the community.
Well, they can still play it, but they can't play it like in the situation where it actually matters, right? They can't like rank or do whatever. They can probably play it for fun, I'm guessing, and like on their server or something, right? They might have their own server where they just mess around and they can like have bragging rights with themselves
to play it, but I'm sure that they don't let a lot of people play the finish game, I believe. That might be it.
Yeah, well, and they just don't want to have the team have an unfair advantage because of alpha that they know.
Right.
The community doesn't know. And so
they're avoiding FUD and all that stuff. They're being really upfront with stuff.
Right. So Doug, you made a phenomenal point. It's like when I'm looking for solid crypto projects, my first and foremost thing is I look right at the team. Numero and the core values. Not just look at the team and how much money they have.
But also hear them talk, hear their passion. See, like you can really tell, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's right.
Their town halls were freaking fantastic. The first town hall they had, I called Brady. I was like, dude, these guys are so impressing me right now because not only are they super upfront and transparent, but they know what to say in context to be like, hey, by the way, let me tell you all the context around this and what we're thinking. They're thinking like way outside of the box, top down, 30,000 feet picture, and covering all their bases and like thinking about all the things that you would think to ask questions about. They're already like spewing them all out, and they're really very conscious and self-aware of so many things. And in all the podcast or all the shows they go on, there's so many questions, and then immediately they have an amazing answer. And it's not that they're trying to impress you. They just are like, hey, we thought about this. This is what we really care about. I even met with Bloater Punch because Grady was like saying like, hey, meet with Doug and stuff. And then eventually I started telling him and DMing him like, hey, here's a bunch of connections you guys should have in the industry. And Bloater Punch is like, I got to meet with you. And we get on the meeting and we talk about it. And I'm setting him up with like Twitter Spaces, Wellcoin Talk and all this stuff, right? And he's like, this is crazy amazing. He's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, dude, I just think your team is doing such a great job and you're working so hard. Like these are just the connections you want to make, because it's not just I'm helping you out. It's that these other people want to make connections with great quality projects like yours. You know what I mean? Everybody, that's what they're looking for. So making a good quality product and being a strong team makes me go like, hey, you should go meet these other guys. And they're going to be like, Doug, thank you so much for introducing me to Dragon's Crossing. This is fantastic. Right. So 100%. Those things have been happening, and Bloater Punch is just like, this is awesome. Thank you so much. He's DMing me back like crazy. He's like more excited than I am. You know what I mean? Dude. While he's like this very,
you know, the people, like, and you've been in this
guy.
space, you know, he's looking for people like that and you know them. That's good.
Yes.
And it's just natural. You know what I mean? If you do something really cool, people organically talk about it, share it, and that's what happens. And I'm like, you know, I told him, I'm like, when we're doing this stuff in these streams and doing all the fun stuff we do, a big part of it is that we want to do it for the networking so we can get like connections to all these places so we can do that, right? And be like, hey guys, check this other thing out, check that out, check this out. We're guiding things back and forth. And it's so cool to be able to do that because you save people time and money and stuff and opportunities. I was hanging out with Flu last night, and Flu is one of the investors in the game. They call him Sages. And he was talking about how he set up a big part of the funding for the game because he believed in it so much. He's going around and making all those connections. And he's one of the people in the space that's really good at that. And you know what I mean? Like that's the magic that happens behind the scenes when people believe in you.
What's that, Diamond? What? I totally agree. And I asked Flu to come on the channel too. I'm going to try and get him on.
Gosh, so it's Flu from Sand Sound, right?
Right.
What a boss. Yeah, I love that dude.
Dude's connected to everybody that exists. He even said last night, he's like, I know all the teams at every blockchain, everything, whatever.
Good.
You know, someone there. And that's the thing is like, he's been involved in like, I don't know how many projects, 50 of them in crypto or something. He's been around for 10 years. And he had a space last night about Grainery, his new project. That's like, you know, an investment thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to learn about it. And he kept talking to me in like high level tech talk. And I was like, I know that we're bros, but like, can you talk to me like a normal person? Because
Right.
when he starts talking, you're just like, this guy's a freaking genius. I don't even understand half the words he's talking about, right?
Dude, I was stuck in an Airbnb with him and Undead Blocks and Altera and all these dudes, and he was going off, and I was like, you learn so much from Fluid,
Right.
dude. I feel the same way about Miggy too.
Okay.
Miggy's my homeboy. We talk a lot about that stuff, but that's the thing is there's a way to talk about the industry in terms of like conceptual words that you use to kind of like position things and like talking about like the concept as opposed to the individual details. And there's a way that you talk in these networking circles, and I don't always use those words and languages that they use, but it's what gets people interested in the project. So I always tell them like it's like a certain like network talk, and it's kind of funny because I'm more of like just using normal layman's language, which I think is even more powerful though at times. And but I'm always trying to learn from other people that have done it a long time. Miggy's been around for 2 years making connections. Flu's done it for 10 years. I've done it for less time than them, so I bug the heck out of them. I literally have videos of me chasing Miggy around ETH Denver, like with this ruse that he stole my money. But in reality,
I have that video, dude. I got another angle of that shit, dude.
Oh, we did you? I do. Okay, you need to send that to me.
I got.
But the thing is, the reason I'm doing that is I want people to see Miggy and what he's doing. I want to show and showcase people, but I do it in a way that's funny. But you have to really pay attention, right? So, those are the cool things that are happening. And every time we hang out with each other, stuff and better ways to do stuff, and that's how we get to that point of being good. Is Flu is a self-made man. He didn't go to college or do any of this stuff to get where he was. He did it all on his own. And he's very proud of that. You know what I mean? Like, he will not back down. He's like, I know what I'm talking about. This is what I care about. And he's very much himself. And those are the kind of people that are going to always be like overly honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, they're not there. They don't care about the attention or how they look. They're just, they care about blockchain. You know what I'm saying? So, the concept of it.
Man. I agree. Especially when you're like propping them up. It's like letting a butterfly go. You already know the work is going to speak for themselves. So when you're like, yeah, this is the homie, this is it, and then they really look into them, I mean, you got to make sure you're presenting the right person. And I feel like a lot of people that like Flu, you, Crypto, Grady, like we're all the type of people to literally you'll watch and be like, oh, okay, he's actually doing something. I'm not just over here because someone shilled him. You know what I mean?
And the thing is that we're doing it not just for the fact of doing it. We're doing it because we want to make relationships, make the connections, learn from other people. We're there in like a curious mode of trying to learn at an accelerated rate. And when people see that, they go like, oh, I want to be around them because that's like the way to do it. It's not just like, hey, here I am on camera. I'm just whatever. And I kind of make fun and parody that stuff too. And just we have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, remember when I was standing next to you, Diamond, and I'm like, hey, just hit record. And you're like, what are we doing? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like,
interview with an interview inception.
Yeah. The interview inception, and we're doing all this stuff. And the thing is, when you just, it's like what we're doing here. We're just talking about things we care about, and that's the real content. You know what I mean? That's the real thing. It's not like some agenda that we have of like whatever.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Baby. And we talk about the things we care about, the things that we think are important, and that's real. Because we're interested in the games.
Like that girl that you put your coat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the team that was doing the actual ETH Denver marketing and going around interviewing people, and they were doing it in a very like kind of dry way, very simple way. It was not exciting. It was okay, but I'm like, they saw me and they run up to me and they're like, Doug, and I was like, hi, and they're like excited to see me, and I'm like, hey, do you want to wear my coat and glasses? I put them on them, and then I get excited. I'm like, hit record, and I'm like, let's go. And I was like, we're here at ETH Denver, blah 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 blah, and they were amazing. They were all excited. They were giving them like really thoughtful answers that were insightful and really intelligent. And it was like a whole different experience, right? Because they were in that mindset of just like, we're here and you're just shot out of a cannon, and like, you're just in the moment. You're not worried about what you're going to think. You're not thinking about what you're going to think. You're just paying attention and having a good time. And that's really the key to all this stuff. Like, and so when I first met Crypto Grady, when I met you, Grady, and you had this energy where you're just like, it's like every 5 seconds you're kicking down a door. I was like, I'm like, that's it, bro. I was like,
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, I got to address Bravo's Lab. Who's a DFK guy? Total DFK bull here. But let me tell you, Bravo's Lab, let me encourage you a little bit here. I went to Wisdom Gaming. If you watched the beginning of the show, I told a little story about Pervy Sage, baby. All right. And I played the game. I played their test thing, you know, that they right there at Pervy Sage's desk. And let me tell you, it's going to be phenomenal. It's freaking awesome, on my opinion. And that test portion, we're all going to be able to do it, I think, here pretty soon. I think basically anyone with any skin in the game, like I think you're going to have a little skin in the game, right, to get in and test it. Play it.
100%.
It's freaking awesome. And I think the API is going to be real slick where it can be easy to access and just boom, play. I'm so freaking pumped. I think it's awesome, baby.
Okay.
Crypto Grady, my man's. Can I ask you something, please?
Yeah.
Oh God, all I gotta say is I agree with Doug. You know, when I first met you, bro, I was so hyped. I was like, I told you this. I told Ogre. I tell everybody, bro. Like, every community, every project needs someone like you in their community. Dead ass, bro. So the thing I was gonna ask you is, can you, in your voice, say DeFi Kingdoms for me, bro, please?
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, baby, are you kidding me? Can I say DeFi Kingdoms with my voice?
Yeah.
Baby,
Baby.
DeFi Kingdoms, baby. I love you. Let's go. Yeah. And Sergeant Filthy McNasty. He's filthy. He's nasty. He's Sergeant Filthy McNasty, baby.
I love you, Grady. I gotta show them. I gotta show them, guys. The legend himself. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. Oh, the power. Hold on. I had low battery.
Dude, that was for me, Denver.
Was all about, guys.
Dude, I was sitting next to him when he was doing that, and I was like being his like hype man, just kind of going like, yeah. And then when I get up there to do Q&A, like Grady's like, Doug, they said the word Q and Q&A, and you were already having the mic in your hand, and I was like, look,
I heard that.
I was like, look, all of you people, you corporate shills up here on stage, like, look at these people in the crowd. Look at Crypto Grady and Diamond Hands out here. Like, these are the people that you need to be like support, like putting up on a thing and being like, let's go. Like, those are people you need to be hands in hands with, because the people in the community that like get the game and are making the hype happen, like Diamond Hands, like you're like Undead Blocks kind of gets a little bit. They're like, you guys are the ones that are like making it happen. You are the ones making it happen. Like, we're doing cool stuff, but we need you more than anything. The engagement. And I asked him, I'm like, what are you doing for engagement really? Are you doing the same thing people did a year ago? Or in this climate, like, what are you doing? And they're all just like, stuff. I don't know. And it's like, I'm telling you right now, it's these dudes, Crypto Grady, Diamond Hands, these kind of people that you need to lift up to, they have all this talent and ability, and they're like awesome, like they're cool. That's what's going to get people to come to your game, because, for example, DeFi Kingdoms is a difficult onboarding process. It's complicated, the bridging and all these things. What does all these stats mean? Like, bro, the average person shows up and they're just like, I don't even get it. Like, is this even a game? So you need people in any situation to bring people in the game, have a good time, the hospitality stuff. It's so important, because influencers get a bad name at times because they're just like, oh, they're just paid to do whatever. And it's like, no. There's another side to that coin. The people that are hardcore in the community and awesome, those are like the best. Like, so I was just like,
100%.
I was basically just giving shout outs on the microphone. I was like, this is like WWF style, like Crypto Grady in the house. Let's go. Diamond Hands is out there working the streets, right? And giving some shine, because I'm like, those people up on the panel, I love them to death, but I'm like, I need to be up there with you guys. So let's go. Cause I'm like, I work for Altair and this stuff. And like, I'm the person on the ground, hand in hand, getting my hands dirty on a daily basis, talking to everyone. And you guys are not doing that. Like, I mean, I know you want to, but you're busy doing your job. You need to pay attention to what's happening on the ground floor. So anyways, is Ogre in here, or is we just giving shout outs?
Yeah. He was watching. Ogre, baby. Ogre. I love how in that song, it's Ogre.
Dude, Ogre is so famous now. Like literally, the Dragon's Crossing guys are just always like, "Hold on, we got to stop the meeting. I need an ogre baby right now." they're like, Grady, I need an ogre baby.
So Diamond Hands, I want to respond. So I could tell, like I'm always trying to spot these diamonds in the rough out there, these gems out there, and I could tell right away, Diamond Hands, the vibe. Oof, and I knew I got to get to know this guy. So
look how cool he is right now, Crypto Grady. Like this dude's like the Fonzie up here.
Can I just say something real quick, guys? Grady, for you to say that just makes my heart so like happy, because when I got in that car with Ogre and I realized you were in there, I was like, I'm so excited to meet this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like we talked in there and you helped me get the interview for Dreamer, but we actually, bro, we was lit in the back of Ogre's travel mobile, having Taco Bell, showing each other's YouTubes. Like that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, and you have a gift with your video editing, man. So these videos you've been putting out, the clips with Jet, my interview with Jet, and then with my interview with George was huge.
Could have never happened without your interview, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you set that up.
Okay, so which one with Jet?
Yeah, like to even get the interview with Jet and to have a Crypto or us, you know, come on.
I couldn't believe that Jet actually came on the channel, and just today, right before the stream, he said we're going to do it again with one of the co-founders of Hourglass, the weight token. All right,
dude, I loved your video so much. I went and bought weight token. Like I was like, I'm not wasting no time, bro. Like,
and the community is so hardcore and bullish, and so every single, if you can join, if you check my Twitter, I sent out a tweet on how you can join their Telegram. And every single buy on Uniswap of the weight token gets posted on there. And it's like people dollar cost averaging. People bags like 30,000. Like he bought 500 and now he's got 30,000. You see it every day. People are just DCAing in that weight token. Like,
and also Neft, like Neft being a part of it and stuff. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I've always been a cult starting type guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, I've got stories, not actually of a cult, but I've been
this is true, Grady. You are a cult leader. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it with my own eyes, and this is the reason this is all happening right now. It's caught up in the magic and the juice that you're putting out there, man. Like this is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna be in a cult, how are you gonna compete with this one? We got like gaming, we got cool friends being made, and web3, you know what I'm saying?
Baby.
Like, come on.
Dude,
that's what NFT projects are, you know?
This is the baby cult.
Oh,
the baby.
Dude.
We got a chant.
And you hear how it sounds when you don't say it with the voice. You're only really part of the cult if you say like baby cult.
Right.
You must.
Yeah.
You must. But I definitely
this is the thing.
Like for real,
you guys realize when you were doing that at East Denver, Grady, and the panel was kind of like at first they were like this, and then they were kind of like God, like they were like this is a little bit uncomfortable. The difference is the Dragon's Crossing guys are like requesting it. They're like, Grady, we need you right here, right now. I need to hear a freaking baby. Give it to me right now, baby. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of dudes they are, and that's that vibe that they give. I'm like, Grady, these guys are freaking awesome. Like, dude, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Who
like,
wouldn't want that? Remember when he was saying it and the panelists were like, you want the mic? And me and Ogre were like, he doesn't need it. You know, like he's louder than all.
It's hilarious.
And the rest of the room was kind of awkward because they're not used to that. I was like, this is like WWF style, shouting, yelling.
I didn't even feel that. I felt the energy in the first 3 rows.
Did you?
We were all about it.
Were you? Okay, good. But that's the thing, so we want that, right? We want that energy. It's gaming, man. Like, what do you want, man? We should be like,
this is exciting, man.
We should smash tables on each other's backs. Like, whatever, bro. Let's go for it.
Get John in here. Is that his name?
Yeah, John is Link, baby. I love this guy. Yeah, man. So, Diamond Hands, I'm for real. Like, you are a gem. You've got, again, I look at the core values. I look at the heart, where your heart's at.
Thank you, brother.
You're in the right direction. Keep up the good work.
You too, man.
I love it. I freaking love it. So how did Brown Gent's video go? I'll be watching that afterwards.
Did he finish already? What we should do? Watch his video in this
to make up for streaming at the same time.
And let's critique him. And also, I don't know if you know this, Diamond Hands, but I call him the Six Finger Man because he keeps trying to get me into the pit of despair and dark summons constantly, right? He tells everyone else to to use common sense, make a good decision, do the right thing. He's like, Doug, just go in the pit of despair and dark summon. Like he's just like, and it's so funny. And other people are like, Doug, you're so mean calling him the Six Finger Man. That's a bad guy. But no, he's like full on, like, I'm the Six Finger Man. Doug, you're going to the pit of despair. And that's the thing, is the reason I do stuff like that is because I see that he's very smart and he's a cool dude. So like when I see someone working really hard and doing a great job, I go at him hard. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I give them some, like, it's like you're hanging with your buddies, right? And you're just like doing something cool. And so then he played right into it. And the other day, Bloater Punch is like, hey, do you know Brown Gent? And I'm like, not really, but like I treat him like he's my buddy. I'm literally in the chat just going at him hard and he's going back at me like, oh, there he is. And the thing about it is, like, when you see people working their butts off, like, you want to give them like some attention. You know what I mean? You want to give them something to show that, hey, I see what you're doing. And it's really cool. So that's really the thing we do in gaming, right? Have a good time with it. So I love to see he has a sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best part.
He totally
destroy me, please. He's literally in there.
He's in there.
I made a whole tweet.
I'm sorry.
I made a whole tweet and put his face on the Six-Fingered Man. And then the Ogre is in charge of the Brute Squad, FYI. Ogre is the Brute Squad, just so you know. Diamond Hands, you're kind of giving me like, the chill, like, Dread Pirate Roberts vibe right now. But anyways, it's just fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love dark summoning on this show, is what I'm saying.
It is the vibe, man.
But where's Brown Gent's stream at? Like, it's not here. It's not showing up.
It took a while to. Is he in the chats right now?
Yeah. I don't see it. Huh. I don't know. See, that's what happened. I guess when I first went live, I was on the wrong channel. Okay, it's the second one on live. Okay. What, were you live with him?
Yeah, it says 30 minutes ago.
Oh, hello. Most anticipated. Why? How did I miss that? What the heck?
That's my favorite part, the countdown, especially yours, Grady, because you got the song.
Does he have a song? Let me see if he. All right,
I don't know.
Liking that.
But bro, you're raising the bar. If we don't have an intro like blast, like just in your face, like what are you doing now?
Yes. Okay. I got it muted up here.
Fast forward that. Are we gonna go at 3 times speed?
Can you guys hear that? Turn off the echo.
Now we can.
Okay.
We got the R&B.
I can't 3x speed. Oh yeah, I can. Here we go, baby.
This is like the Brown Gent lounge. We got like a cigar going.
Oh yeah. Come on.
That we have for DFK, that sort of
he's on here with iOS code, baby.
What? That's my home.
If I talk to people, iOS code, thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Ledger, who we've had on the channel before, to talk about that amazing
iOS code.
What I think is probably the best tool in existence that we have for DFK that sort of fills the gap that every other piece that we've had, like
what's
basically it fills a gap in our ecosystem. And I think that this is the tool that if I talk to people, this was exactly what they were looking for.
So I'm pumped.
Hey, yeah, man.
I'm pumped to check out this tool, iOS code, baby. This DeFi Kingdoms tool. The iOS code is the bomb. He's always in this chat too.
Bro, his beard. His look right now.
The man has a beard. Yes. I'll tell you what.
It's so hardcore.
I love it. I know. Such a good community. And it's so fun connecting with these other communities. It's just been awesome. It's like I'm a part of the Wait community now. And it's like an awesome community. And they, they're like, yeah, go DeFi Kingdoms. And, so it just helps. I don't know if any of them are jumping in, buying any jewel up, or not, but they might be. Might be somebody in there, and it's just cool. Beeve is speaking facts. Yes, where's it at? Brown Gent watches the Mythic Squad stream while in a Stairmaster. That's right. That's right. Yes. iOS Code, where you at? He's hilarious too. Actually, talk about a dry sense of humor, Doug. It's this guy. iOS Code.
Let's do it.
It's hilarious.
Get in here.
I love it. Okay. So, Diamond Hands.
Yes,
Is there anything you'd like to share with the world? Tell me. I want to hear it.
I think it's echo.
Let me turn that off.
Got a little bit of echo.
Okay, echo cancellation is back off, baby.
Man, if you're asking me what I would tell the world, like
Yes.
if it was really the world, I'll start off with that, and then I'll talk about anything that needs to be promoted. Dude, what I would actually tell the world is like not everything is what it seems. Stay really focused and in tune with who you are. At the end of the day, your dreams and your love and peace really come first. And if you don't put that first, you'll regret it later. But what I do want to say is definitely check out Undead Blocks, man. Just you don't even get it. Yeah, just definitely check it out. It's a great game. It's super good graphics. Like if you want to pull up a video and show everyone the graphics, man, I'll send you something right now. But like amazing graphics. You can play and earn. The team is absolutely amazing. I'm an investor first, and the way that I would look into coins and crypto would literally be check the team first, check out the team and everything. Amazing team. And in Web3 games, probably the best there is out there. Like I'm willing to go on record and say it's the best that I've deep dove looked for, and all the results that I've seen, they're top dogs, man. And yeah, I'll send you that video right now. Also, check out my show. I interview Web3 games all the time. It's Diamond Show 369. I'll put the link up, or you can just check it out, or go to my regular Twitter, which is at 369DiamondHands.
Which is in the description below. Your Twitter is in the description below. Right.
Thank you, sir. My link tree is there. Everyone can check it all out there. Also, check out Grady's work. Check out Doug Hype's work. Like, we're all amazing content creators, very entertaining, and stay tuned, guys.
Yes. And so, this looks awesome. I'm going to do a specific video just on this.
Mm-hmm.
What really pushed me over the hump was like when I heard, like, I was already wanting to check out the game with you guys because I knew you guys. But I heard Hustle talking about it. I was like, oh, Hustle's not talking about a whole lot of actual games these days.
I don't want to give a lot of alpha, but you're going to hear a lot more people out there.
Yeah.
Not just regular people, but celebrities.
Yeah. Okay. And real quick. And Doug, you get final words coming up, but iOS Code's in the house, but real quick, let me answer Link. So Link, look at this. I don't know what to think, but what, the community is believing and what a lot of people are putting their money where their mouth is. Cause I see it in their Telegram all day long. They're like stacking up bags of 30,000, 40. Some guy he had like $160,000 worth of weight, and he bought $5,000 more today. He's just like dollar cost averaging. I don't know what to think. I bought it at like 4.7 cents.
Oh my God.
And so I don't know what to say. I'm not selling anything. Probably when I'll sell is when the show goes live. I'll start taking a little bit of profits, but they're so bullish that this is going to be a blue chip coin.
Dude, I mean, just look at the market cap.
I know it's still a tiny market cap coin.
Dude, like these are the ones you look for. I do this for a living. This has all the good signs. I'll tell you right now. Has a low market cap. It's not even past 100 million. The teams are legit as all can be. And I'm not just saying that on my ass because everyone says that. Like they work with actual people. They're gonna have their own TV show. They're gonna end up on Amazon Prime. Like watch. Like regular people can't just do that. You know what I mean?
Right. And so one point they made is like as soon as Elon Musk, talks about Doge, goes on Saturday Night Live and it pumped to the moon. Right. Yeah. That's just purely from hype. This TV show, not only are he wants to be a legit have a legit use case. And on top of that, they mentioned today, even some of the big whales that own the coin, they said if there's people dumping big bags, they're going to replace the bags with buys.
Dude, I would too. I mean, bro,
so he's trying to create an ecosystem use case for the coin, and it's going to be a TV show.
That's the thing. The use cases he was talking about on your show was like they're trying to integrate it. And if that show continues to go on and it's like some interactive shit you can do that's never been done before other than an app, you're actually making money on this or something like that. Like,
yeah,
every season could be a revamp, like something new and crazy. Yeah. Like, and this is all not financial advice, guys, but
yeah, not financial advice, but this is a fully diluted market cap as well. And so there's not any big wallet. The biggest wallet holder is like 3-point-something%. And it's Brian, I think, with the Neft project, And so,
it's on the blockchain. He did talk about that.
Yeah. So anyways, we got iOS code, baby. We still got Brown Gent in the house, baby. Sorry again, Brown Gent. Oh, so it's just like my scheduling. I'm always talking to people all day, every day about, streaming. And so getting people, Doug was, and my kids left and I couldn't do it earlier. Okay. And I had other meetings anyways. Yeah. So yeah, he had weight. When I first talked about weight, wasn't it around 20 cents or 22 cents or something like that? I did it from Denver. Okay. All right. Grady doesn't say not financial advice. That's right.
He just doesn't say NFA.
Don't get me started.
It's all not financial advice.
Hey guys.
Financial advice from a real financial advisor.
Right.
So this is what we like.
Hey guys, believe it or not, even Dougie Hype, baby, even as good looking as this man is, we are on your YouTube screen. On YouTube, we are not your financial advisor.
Exactly.
I know that might
we're YouTubers.
Really shock you guys. Might just be
totally set back. Grady, can you set this up to stream to our YouTubes at the same time?
Hey, that would be cool.
They said that there's functionalities in this, but I don't know how to do it.
I bet. Yeah. Well, let me think. Maybe
that would be cool. We could do that as like a gimmick, right? Yeah, watch us do these amazing technical feats.
Oh, I think I might be able to do that. I bet Brown Gent's gonna pipe up. He probably already knows, baby.
I'm sure he does. He probably invented it, but he's a six-finger man. He knows everything.
I take it back, sir. See, I told you he's got this dry heat. We were talking about you. iOS code. We were talking about you, baby. I love him. Oh my gosh.
What's up, brother?
Baby. So I love it. I love this community. I love you guys. Okay, go. Your turn.
Me?
Go, Doug.
Go.
This guy right here?
Yeah, you.
Okay, I've got two questions for you, Grady, because you want me to make some statement. But also, are we still going to do a thing where we get up like a PvP character to be ready for PvP?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, Dark Summon.
Did you guys know they did release a preview of the PvP, didn't they? Somebody was commenting about it.
Yeah.
They saw it. They saw what it looks like visually.
Yeah, they've done that several times where we get
little snippets here and there. I haven't seen any of it, but this is the thing. Like when PvP comes out, I want to smash some fools. All right, I want to have a big old axe in my hand, a big broadsword. I want to have like 85 strength on my character. So
baby. So what we've already been doing, where I'm basically the summons you've already done, we're always trying to push toward good PvP heroes. So
right, but right now they have like no stats. They have like 13 strength, right? I'm gonna get crushed. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can just go in the market and just even get one that has like 30 strength or something.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's all these decisions you could make. When PvP comes out, you want to be in there just like smashing fools.
I know. We still haven't really fully wrapped our mind around. So that a lot of it is still speculative, which is part of the fun because we get on here and debate on how to best level your heroes stat wise. That's why I was talking about wanting to get WowE on the channel. And we've been talking about it for weeks. It's just like there's so many people have been talking about like podcasts about getting on. Kong Crypto Kong, like on a regular, but it just still never happens. It's weird. Zabu on a regular, like for months. We've talked about getting him on for months. It just goes on and on. I want to get the Mind Games guys on and see how legit they are. Pin them down like butterfly on a killing board. See if the devs are legit or if it's going to be a pump and dump. I've talked to.
Well, you remember, Grady? Do you remember the deal we had? This is okay. So Diamond Hands, we haven't been on the stream before like this, but I do stuff like this where I'm like, look, guys, whoever in the chat, like was it yesterday, the day before? I said, whoever in the chat had the best ratings for my dragons, and he said he gave them 6 out of 5 fingers. Was joke about the 6-finger man. So he won having the coolest ratings, the rating of my dragons. And so I said, whoever wins gets to choose what I do in DeFi Kingdoms. Do I like make a summons? Do I buy some heroes? Like, what do I do for PvP? He could make me dark summons and lose my characters, like, and do a total like degen move. I'm just saying, like, I'm in his hands. He's won the ability to tell me what to do, and it could be anything. I don't know. Like, he's gonna have to try to guide me with his insightfulness, or he could just be like jump into the pit of despair. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen.
Yeah.
It's like made for like reality TV. It could be drama. The first, I did 2 dark summons, Diamond, and the first time I just did it, and I was like, boom, let's go, and I got a freaking mythical like Dark Knight, and it was only like my 2nd summons ever or something, right? And then I did another one, and I got a freaking spellbow. Yeah, bro, two dark summons and two freaking legit, like awesome pulls.
Rare
and so
items.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying those were rare items.
Well, that's the thing is that, like, and also you're losing your hero. So if you don't get something good, you're double screwed, right? You're triple screwed because you're like burning your heroes, right? So I only have 9 heroes, guys, like barely enough to form like a squad. And anyways, it's a good time. And we're going to get some PvP guys to like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Brown Gent's buying up some weight, baby.
Yes, sir.
He's going to keep buying.
Gent.
I love it.
Multiple wallets, he said.
Yeah. Oh, Ogre's caught up. Okay, here's the thing is I hate making these streams so long. You know, the best spot to summon is with the Mythic Squad guys. Like,
really
want to do a summon stream. About Life podcast, he streams almost every day, I think. And it's always
I feel like
summoning. That's all he does on all this.
Maybe we should do one with the Mythic Squad because they're like the geniuses.
They
and
are.
Chozo keeps telling me to do smart moves.
Yeah, and they're hilarious. So you get them on, and they're like ritualistic about it. It's like experience. Yeah. I've had them on several times. So we should get a About Life podcast, get guys like Skiller and stuff, and then get Mosh, the Beeve, Starbuck, and do some just straight degen dark summoning.
Dude, that's dangerous, man. Baby. That many crazy people in the room together.
Oh
my goodness. Man.
Oh, I know. Just all these alpha males interrupting each other every 5 seconds. Look out.
This is actually, we're very well behaved here, and we're like so hype and extreme. Like, this is actually a professional. This is a professional show. All right, very professional.
You know? Very, very, very professional.
Yes,
right.
Baby.
We work well together.
We're only formal and above board on this.
That's right.
team.
Right. Not like the Brown Gent over here, who is the 6-finger man, will lead you to the pit of despair. He's a little bit much. You know, he's a little bit.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't know what he's up to.
Yeah. And so I'm going to be connecting more with Brown Gent this week. I still want to get a real solid, firm grasp of more Dragons Crossing stuff and get, make sure that my information is accurate. So I'm going to be really focusing on just making sure I have accurate information on everything. And then I'm going to continuously repeat it. And if anything's wrong, get it right until I know everything there is to know. And from a community person's perspective, like be a Mr. Zipper, right? Of Dragons Crossing. And then also with DeFi Kingdoms, guys, hang in there. Listen, the game is freaking awesome. It's going to be PvP It's going to be like esport, competitive, phenomenal game. My vision is to get DeFi Kingdoms in the Olympics someday when they get esport gaming in the Olympics. I think it has that upside and potential that might be a little stretch. And there's all kinds of stuff coming. There's so much coming for DeFi Kingdoms. So again, like what Ogre and Brown Gent's been really covering this well. We want to be patient. The wealth is transferred to the patient. We want to be patient with this game. Let the devs do what they need to do. But I don't think we're going to have to be all that more patient for too much longer because it's coming soon. A lot of these features, especially the green egg hatching and the profession 10 level quest, the actual pet use, we'll actually be able to use our pets. And I think at least for a time, it's going to be a massive game changer for the ecosystem, for the sentiment in the ecosystem as well. It's going to raise the sentiment because it's such a big, huge, massive update. So DeFi Kingdoms community, hang in there, baby. It's all good. We're going to make it through this. We've made it through for a long time of a bear market here. Hang tight.
You need to post the Brown Gents comment right there, right now. His car broke down in the middle of nowhere. I was too busy watching the Mythic Squad versus calling the tow truck. Right? I'm sorry,
like that.
But that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
The tow truck probably showed up and he was all like doing this with his hands. He's
bro.
like another victim for the pit of despair, and he's like perfect timing.
I freaking love this community. I love you guys. Oh, baby. All right. Any last words? I'm tired.
I didn't do any last words. DiamondHands, you did last words at like the halfway point. So you did like a halfway like Oprah moment, you know?
Yeah.
And that was cool. DiamondHands is officially like the Fonzie of streaming. And so my final words are going to be like, we finally, all three of us came together in a stream, and this is how it happened. Grady texted me and he's like, Doug, we're going to do the stream later. Is it okay if DiamondHands comes on? I'm like, I mean, of course it's okay. But he is so polite and like clearing it with me, whatever, being like, what, you know what I mean? When you're around people that are like super caring, kind, looking out for each other, like and my response was like, let's do it right now. Like, let's just go.
100%.
The thing is, there's an opportunity for everyone out there to uplift the people around them, to bring value and help, and like, even if it's just some support and advice here and there, whatever you can do, just be like, hey, you know, let me help with this, or let me try this. That mentality is what's going to bring you to the top. You know what I mean? Look at people like Mr. Beast that just never stop and keep learning and keep going. That's why people follow you and hit that subscribe button, why they follow you in spaces, because they see what's going on in here, like you talk about, Grady. And there's certain people that follow that and they want to be around it. The tribe that you attract all comes from your vibe, right? 100%. People in Web3 miss that point a lot. These NFT spaces and stuff, they don't really understand that. We spend a lot of the day just hanging out with the Golden Baboons and with like Mr. Bones, a guy who's like his bones shatter. He's like a world-class DJ, and he's like a little dude. Like he's like Baby Yoda size. He's like a real life Baby Yoda, and his bones break. And he's like playing major festivals, like headlining shit. Okay. Yeah. Think about that for a moment, bro. The guy like made a post yesterday. He's like, I'm so glad I found psychedelics. He's like, they made my life so much better. I'm like, bro, this guy is like wilding out, like raving. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's so wild. A girl broke his wrist for dancing on him. Dog.
And I'm telling you, that's what we spend our day doing today. Like, we're ridiculous. All right. You know what I'm saying? He did giveaways in his space. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He has his own like bone skin in Decentraland. It's just bones. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I'm here. What's up? I'm Mr. Bones. He's like, we out here. So like, that's what I'm saying is have that energy, bro. He has almost 1 million followers on TikTok just from him doing like little videos of him talking to the camera. So that's what I'm saying out there. Everyone out there, do it. Do something new, different, exciting. And I'm excited to see what happens and what comes out of all this. And super excited. And big ups to all these teams building and doing amazing stuff and content in this space and working their butt off. I'm looking at you guys and all these people in the chats right now, especially the Brown Gent. is and especially the Beef and especially iOS and especially Choro, who I did not allow to tell me what to do yet. But the thing is that like challenge yourself, challenge other people, meet them in the streets, bet a hamburger, do what you got to do. That's it. That's my message for the day. Do what you got to do. Throw down, challenge yourself, challenge somebody. You know what I'm saying? I want to be on the level of Diamond Hands on Undead Blocks. I want to be like one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to challenge myself. So let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
So excited to be with you guys.
Oh, I love it. This was a great stream.
Yeah.
A lot of good content. We got some Undead Blocks. We got some DeFi Kingdoms. We got some solid Dragons Crossing, Doug. You know, Doug, you were like a big part of me when I was debating. Like,
I know you told me many times, and I was like, dude, this is the most clear I've ever felt about a gaming or NFT project team. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, with when it's one person, it's a lot easier because they have a very clear vision of like, and maybe it's been their life dream. But when you have a group of people, it's not always easy to, and especially making a game and all by the time we get to development and stuff. But the way that they act, the combination of professionalism in their background, which is like really impressive, with them just being so passionate and loving, they're just enjoying the streams. They love being in the streams with you and with everyone. They're having a great time. They're just like, this is what it's about. Thanks for letting me on the stream.
Yeah.
Bro, like that genuine friendship there is not always there in Web3. I'm telling you right now, NFT land, most NFT land is a bunch of people just trying to act cool and be like, I'm better than everyone, and look at me, I'm the captain now. That's, you know, the guy that does I'm the captain now. That's what everyone in Web3 is, right? They're all like throwing each other under the bus. They're all doing, you know what I mean, all that stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, like I ain't having any of that. Like, I'm here with my ride or die homies, and like
Only love.
It's only love. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Baby. Dude, that means a lot. You know a lot of different teams, you know.
I do. I meet them all the time. I mean, I'm a judge on NFT shows and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm there is because I want to learn about the projects and learn from them.
Yeah.
You know, and see what they're doing right, and also meet them and talk to them and learn all that stuff. And it's all about like, if you're gonna take a risk in life, you've got to take a risk on people that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no guarantees in any of this stuff.
No, there's not. No. So beautiful stream, guys. How about Diamond Hands? You get a second chance to get another last word. Anything else?
Yes, sir.
This is like a rock show where there's like 4 encores.
Yes.
Encore. Man, shout out Undead Blocks. Shout out the amazing ETH Denver event. Shout out Altera. Shout out Oldor. Shout out Bumbleberry. You know, shout out Dragon Slayer. Shout out KG. Shout out Grant. Shout out Kyle. It's all love, man. At the end of the day, thank you guys for being here. Follow us if you want, if you like what you saw. If not, it's totally cool. Catch us on the next chill sesh. Thank you so much, guys.
Love you guys. We're going to end with that. Hype, Doug Hype, Crypto Grady, and Diamond Hands out. Love you guys.
Peace.